welcome back guys. Well, it's your first time here. I'm Vision Hero Born and Champion. Guys, in our video today, I'm giving you guys my trailer reaction and review for the new Marvel Studios Miss Marvel trailer that dropped earlier today. Now, if Marvel has something you're interested in, don't forget to hit subscribe button down below, hit that bell icon. There is some more Marvel content from me moving forward. Now let's begin. So, like I said, we got our first official trailer for Marvel Studios Miss Marvel Disney Plus TV series. Now, I'm gonna be honest right out the bat with you guys. I know very little, next to nothing about Miss Marvel, so I can't really go into anything big here. It definitely looks like a good show. I will admit that it does look like they're aiming more towards a kid-sized audience. I'm not saying like low kid. I'm thinking more like teenage level kid, preteen kids. I feel like that's where they're more aiming for the audience to go. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think it's actually a good way to draw in more fans. You got Moon Knight, who's more mature, trying to draw in more adult fans. Then you got this, and I think it's fine. I think it's a good idea. They're experimenting more with their kind of genres that they're doing. It definitely could be like a coming of age story, so that's definitely cool. But we do get to see a lot of good stuff here. The one thing I didn't really like, but it was kind of also my thing that I didn't really like with Moon Knight as well, and it's not a huge issue, but we don't know really too much about who the villain is. Again, I know this is only the teaser trailer, so we could get more, but I'm very curious to see who the villain of this is, since she's just like a kid, so it definitely is intriguing due to that. It also gives me some Hawkeye vibes with Miss Marvel, because her personality does remind me a bit of Kate Bishop, so I'm definitely got some vibes there. But yeah, definitely a really cool trailer here. We do get to see her use some of her powers. I guess she gets their powers from these bracelets, from what I understand. I've kind of talked to and watched some other videos from people who have said that these are like, these give her powers that she finds. And we get to see her use some of these powers, and it's kind of, she describes them as being like cosmic kind of powers. So I'm going to assume that's going to play a role into a connection with the Marvel's movie that's coming out next year. So that's definitely something I'm thinking that's where they're going with that. So yeah, that's definitely cool. Again, though, I'm curious to see how this will connect up with the Marvel's TV series. We already got Monica Rambeau, set up for that. So this is most likely going to be setting up here. Now, from what I have heard, is that those bracelets in the comics, there are a few different kinds. People are saying that they could be, and one is connected to the Kree. Now, as we know in Captain Marvel, the Kree were the main antagonists there. So could they? And we know they're coming back most likely in the Marvels, so could they be returning in this movie, or in this TV series, which is definitely a possibility that they could be the villains here, which would in a way make sense if they're trying to come back for the artifact or whatever. That definitely could, add up. The thing is, I don't think, of course, we'll see Brie Larson in the show. Maybe they'll bring in Monica Rambeau, and that'll be the connect that we have between Miss Marvel and the Marvels movies. That's definitely a possibility. I do like what they're doing with this character, though, with the whole, her being a kid in high school, and, she always imagined and dreamed about being a, superhero, but there aren't people like her out there in the world that look like her, who are Pakistani and are superheroes. So I really like how they're incorporating that into the story too, and it's something I can relate to as well. I'm Hispanic, so there's not a whole lot of superheroes that look like me, so I can relate to that in a sense. They're playing off that area where having this character represent a portion of the population that isn't always represented in a positive light, or in these kind of media. So I'm glad that they're giving that representation here, and it's just something that I can connect to, and I think that other people will be able to connect to, whether you're Pakistani, whether you're African American, whether you're Asian. I think that it's something that everybody can relate to. Yes, we have a African American superhero, we got an Asian superhero, but it's still something people can relate to. So that I'm just going off of that. But it's definitely a good thing there. We get to see, her relationship with some of her friends, because you can see, she's a huge fan of the Avengers and everything, and her friends kind of mock her and make fun of her for that. So I really like that they're adding that aspect into the story. Now it does also look like they're incorporating some kind of like comic book attributes to the show, because there are times where it does look like it's shot in like kind of a comic booky kind of way. So I'm curious if that's gonna have any attributes to it, if that's gonna be, something that happens within the show, or if it's just for the trailer. I'm kind of on the fence about it being in the show. I'm okay with it being in the trailer, but I'm not sure if I would 100% like it if it's in the TV show itself. I mean, that's not a total con for me, but it's definitely something that, I'm on the fence about. So overall, though, I felt this was a very solid trailer introducing us to the world of Captain Miss Marvel, and setting up her character. Again, I'm really interested to see where they take this. It's more aimed towards a younger audience, and I'm curious if, due to that, the villains are gonna be more soft and not as like dark or big as some of the previous villains have been. And I'm not saying I want them dark like in Moon Knight. I just want to see him be a little bit, I'm just curious to see how they're going to be played out. Are they going to be menacing, or are they just going to be, your average villains like in, say, the Hawkeye series? I'm just curious to see where they're aiming here with this series. Definitely super excited for it. From what I understand, I think it said it was coming out on June 8th, which is really coming up really close. We only got a couple months left till then, so that's super exciting. Definitely super hyped for this one for it to drop on Disney Plus. And definitely, the trailer definitely intrigued me, even though it's not totally aiming for my age demographic. It's something I'm still excited about and still looking forward to. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the trailer in the comment section down below. Yeah, guys, that's my trailer reaction and review for the new Marvel Studios Miss Marvel Disney Plus TV series that'll be coming out in June. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, hit that bell icon. There is some more Marvel content from me moving forward. And go follow me on Instagram, Twitter, whichever in that section on my YouTube channel. As always, I'm Vision Hero Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.